campers, Miss Sarah here, and welcome back to my kitchen for our third week of Garden Kitchen. And so for this week, we are going to make a roasted red beet hummus. And so before we start cooking, the most important step we need to do is we need to wash our hands. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. Now that my hands are clean, we are ready to start. And so for today's recipe, we need, I think, like a total of 10 ingredients. So it is a red roasted beet hummus. And so we need beets. So here I have my beets. And so there's a bunch of different varieties of beets. What I have are Chioggia beets, which aren't the standard beet that you probably know of that are usually red. Chioggia are really pretty on the inside. Let me show you. They have fun stripes on the inside. Kind of looks like a tie-dye t-shirt. You can see. So that's fun. And I'm just using these because those are what I had in my refrigerator from my CSA box this week. And so that's what I'm going to use in my hummus. Another very important ingredients in our hummus are garbanzo beans. So also known as chickpeas. So that's going to be the main ingredient in our hummus. We also need tahini, which is a sesame seed paste. We need olive oil. We need lemon juice and lemon zest, so the skin. We need salt and pepper. And then we also need some garlic cloves. So that's what we have there. And so does anyone know what part of the vegetable beet that we eat? Do we eat the leaves? Do we eat the stems? Do we eat the root? Or do we eat the flower? So for beets, we eat the root. So this large bulb is the root. So this part is under the ground. And it's delicious. So if you've never had beets before, they're pretty sweet. They've kind of got earthy tones. It is a very distinct flavor, so I know a lot of people that don't like it, and that's why we're making a hummus, because it's an easy way to introduce your taste buds to their flavor. And so you've got a lot of different other flavors that make it a more mild beet flavor. So it's a fun way to try beets. All right, and so to start this recipe, we need to wash our beets because, like I said, beets are under the ground, and so they're full of dirt. And so what I need to do is I'm going to cut off the stem. And like I did, I cut off the bottom roots. So now we just have two ends removed, and I'm going to wash that in the sink and scrub it real good. Once your beet is all scrubbed and clean and that you feel like there's no dirt left over, we're going to put it on a sheet of aluminum foil. We're going to cover our beet with olive oil. We're going to wrap that up and we're going to put it in the oven at the temperature of 375 for about an hour until your beet is very tender and that you can easily stick a knife through. Because it is an hour, I pre-roasted my beet, and so I'll show you. So here's my roasted beet. So it's super soft and tender and it's ready, and now it's cooled off. I can definitely hold it, and so it'll go in my food processor really easily. So once your beet is roasted and cooled, we're going to take it. We're going to cut it in quarters. I cut it in quarters. Careful with your knife. Plop that in our food processor. I'll wash my hands real quick. Although I'm wearing a tie-dye t-shirt, so you probably wouldn't be able to tell that I got beet juice on it. But beet juice does stain, and so it's good to be careful what you touch after you handle a beet. All right, so I have my beets in there, And so I'm just gonna food process them alone. So they get chopped up very smoothly. Get in there, scrape the edges a bit. Back near the blade. There we go. All right. I think that's pretty smooth. So next, we are going to add all the other ingredients except for the olive oil. So I'm going to start with my chickpeas. And so I just need 1 can of chickpeas, should be 15 ounces. And I'm going to drain most of the juices that they're sitting in, but I'm going to keep a little bit just for our hummus. Open that up. So these are our little chickpeas, good source of protein. Pour those in with our juice. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of tahini. Got my tablespoon. So this is homemade tahini, so I just blended up sesame seeds and oil, but you can also buy pre-made tahini. That's really good at the store. A little bit more because I like tahini. So 2 tablespoons of that. Close that up. And now I need the juice of half a lemon. So I'm going to squeeze my half a lemon. And I try to make sure I pre-poked most of the seeds out, but you don't want your seeds to get in there. So just try to pull those seeds out before they fall in. Because once they fall in, it's really hard to find them. Oh. More seeds. So when I'm squeezing, I just like to feel around. You can feel the seeds. And once you feel one, then just pull it out. I'm just going to squeeze that until all the juice is in there. Oh, there's another seed. So you could also use just a bottle of lemon juice and pour about a tablespoon of lemon juice into the food processor. So I think I got most of it. And now I also need the zest. So I need the skin of the lemon. Because if you've ever tasted lemon peel, it's very, very flavorful. So I'm going to get my cheese grater. I've got my cheese grater. I'm just going to gently rub the lemon peel in there on the small setting. And you should see the skin coming off, a change of color so it becomes more white in tone. Lemon pairs very well with beet. It just kind of balances out the earthy flavor with the citrus. So you can tell it's grating off the skin because it's getting bare and you can't see the yellow there. Careful with your fingers though, because this is a cheese grater, so it is sharp. So this is good to do with the help of an adult. I'm going to rub on the inside because that's where most of there's my zest. It smells so good. It smells like summer to me. Makes me want just a tall glass of lemonade. All right, and I'm going to grab my other half of my lemon and do the same thing. Just the zest. Careful for your eyes. All right. I think I got enough zest. Now the recipe calls for a healthy pinch of salt, so I'm going to give a couple twists of my salt and also black pepper. So I'm going to do the same thing with that. And I always think it's best to start out with less. You can always add more. You can't take away, so. Lessons I've learned. Right, so now that we have all of our ingredients inside except for the olive oil, we're going to process it again. I'm going to scrape the sides to bring some of our beets that were sitting on top down to the rest. Back on. There we are. Once it's looking pretty smooth, we are ready to put in the olive oil. So we need a 1/4 cup of olive oil. I am able to just remove this piece and put my olive oil in directly as I blend. So I will measure, but I don't always measure because sometimes you just need to use how much you feel like you need. But a 1/4 cup. And I'm going to turn it on and pour some in. All right. Olive oil is in, and I am ready to taste. See if I need to add anything extra, maybe more lemon juice or more salt or more pepper. I think I am going to add some more lemon and some salt and pepper because I love the brightness of the lemon, and so I think I want to add more. So I'm going to squeeze the other one that I started to zest. Who doesn't like lemon? Scream summer. All right, so now I got my lemon juice. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot my garlic. It was hidden in there. So I'm going to add that right now as well. So maybe that was part of the taste I was missing. So for garlic, before I peel, I like to press my garlic down with a knife. And then that makes it easier to peel off that skin. Again, press it down, and then it's easier to chop. And then I want to take off that dry skin piece. And just have the naked garlic clove. And then I'm going to chop it up. It doesn't have to be super fine because that's what food processors are for. They do a pretty good job at chopping. So I'm just going to start their job and they can finish it. All right. So I got my garlic clove. I'm going to put that in. Now, if you don't like the flavor, the strength of a raw garlic, you can always roast it with your beet beforehand. And I'm going to add a bit more salt. And then I'm ready to blend again. All right, time to taste again. Let's see. I think that's perfect. You can definitely taste the lemon and the garlic now, and I think it'll be great for a good summer afternoon. And then what I like to do is I'm going to remove my pot, pour it in a bowl. All right, so now I've plopped it in my Tupperware so I can take it to go. And I'm just gonna show you a few things that I like to dip in my hummus. And so personally, my favorite thing are these. And if you don't know what this is a turnip. This is a hawk rye turnip. And it's super mild in flavor, and so it really just kind of lets the hummus speak and gives you a good crunch. So I'm gonna taste that. So that's one. Another one of my favorite things are radishes. So this is nice with the hummus because radishes, if you've ever had one, they're pretty spicy and they've got a lot of flavor. And so when you dip a radish in hummus, it kind of milds down the radish. And so makes it easy to eat a bunch of them. So I like those. And then simply pita chips. Pita chips and hummus are the perfect pairing. But then there's so many other things that you could dip in hummus, like pretzels or celery or zucchini, or you could rub it on sandwiches. There's so much you can do with the hummus. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this garden kitchen recipe, and I hope you guys are able to make it at home and that you love it. And I would love to see pictures. And like I said, I use Chioggia beets, and so if you use more of the strong red beet, your hummus color would look totally different, and you'll probably have a much more vibrant pink hummus, which is very fun as well. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy your hummus and keep on snacking. Bye guys.